Well, the first memory I have of playing F&M was my first year as head coach. Coming into the season, I had asked if we could buy orange jerseys. And traditionally, Gettysburg had worn navy blue jerseys. So they okayed it, but I didn't want to tell the players that we had orange jerseys. So my defensive coordinator, Billy Miller, and I came over on Saturday morning and hung the orange jerseys on hangers on each locker, the kids' jerseys, and the kids were pretty fired up when they saw the jerseys and put those things on. But anyway, we won that game pretty big, 34-0, as I recall. That was my first memory of playing F&M. Was our second victory my first year, but the orange jerseys and the excitement of the players, and we controlled the game the whole way through, and that's not been the way it's always been. Another game I remember early in my career against F&M was when we played at F&M, which is a tough place to play, and played there. We had a senior fullback, and we were wing T team. We had a senior fullback, Roger Goodstein, who was a tough bowling ball type of runner. Not great speed, but good enough speed for what we were doing. He was a senior, and we had a sophomore that we thought was going to be a pretty good player. His name was Ray Condren, who ended up being a two-time All-American, two-time Kodak All-American. It was exciting because it was, as I said, it was tight early, and I'm not sure which quarter, but we just kept running the ball, and finally I just think we kind of warmed down, and you know, we broke some touchdown runs, and the kids just kept, it was just such an exciting feeling to be able to win at their place, number one, and to watch our players and watch Roger Goodstein, who was a tough player, run for like 140 yards, but also to see the young Ray Condren, who was going to become an outstanding All-American for us, to see him run as well. And I just remember that being a real exciting day. It was pretty neat. What a game! Wow. You know, again, we're a wing T team. We get the win. We got a good shot at going to the playoffs. At that time, you didn't get an automatic bid for winning the conference. You basically had to go undefeated to get into the playoffs. There were 16 teams in the nation that could go. They took 4 from our region. So we had to be one of the top 4 in the region, from Pennsylvania down all the way south over to Texas. I mean, there's a lot of people you had to be better than. You know, and above all that, it was the rivalry. I mean, you're playing F&M. I mean, you know, I don't care if you're 0 and whatever we are. We were 9-0 at the time. But whatever we were, didn't matter. We were going to play them. And they had a shot at the title, and we had it if we won it, if we won the game. I can remember saying on the headset, for a 0-0 game, this is like late in the 4th quarter, and here I am, I don't know why I'm saying this, because I'm calling the plays too. I said, for a 0-0 game, this might be the most exciting game I've ever seen. Because at every play, you know, if somebody scored, they were going to win the game, because the field was getting worse and, you know, was bad by the time we got to the 4th quarter. And of course, we obviously made the playoffs that year, and you know, we were of the 4 teams in our region, in the southern region, we were ranked the 4th, but we ended up winning the southern region, and, you know, went to play in the semifinals. So, but that was one exciting 0-0 tie, I can tell you that. It really was. The '86 game is memorable for a lot of reasons. You know, it's the year after the 0-0 tie, and the year after we had a heck of a season. F&M's coming in almost in the same scenario that we came into their game the year before. They're coming in 8-1. They beat us, they win the conference, and a great shot at being invited to the national playoffs. Because we had gone so far the year before in the playoffs, it only comes to reason that if they beat us, they got to get an invitation because they're in the conference, and you know, they just beat us. So we were wound up. I can assure you that. We were really fired up. It was a heck of a game. I mean, I couldn't tell you who scored when, but I know we scored late to take the lead, 14-13. It was one of the most vicious hitting games that I can remember us playing. Just both teams, not just Gettysburg. I mean, it was a vicious game. That was, to me, more exciting than those playoff games. It was just one heck of a football game.